Hello, welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. Looks like maybe I'm a few seconds early, which is unusual for me, as you know, because I'm usually late. There we go. It says 7 o'clock on my computer. Welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. I had planned to show you a fun, little bit challenging card tonight, but started working with this stamp set and I just couldn't quit. So I decided I'm going to show you this fun welcoming window bundle tonight. And then next week, I'll show you my challenging card that I'm still working on. I'm going to get it all figured out so it's easy for you to duplicate. So this set comes with this stamp set called Welcoming Windows. And it has a saying that I think is so perfect right now: wishing our paths crossed a little more often. Boy, isn't that true for today? I'll try to get that light out of the way. It also has a Mother's Day greeting. Thank you, welcome, my sweet friend. And then I like this: sending sunshine for a beautiful birthday. And I've started playing with it, and there's just so many fun things you can do with it. So I'm going to show you some of those today. It also comes with dies, and I have them sitting here. This is a window that looks like this. Let's see, I'll put it on the white so you can see it. There you go. So like that, and then it's got shutters that are embossed when you cut them out. You can cut out the this shutter here. It's got cutouts for that. For the flowers, it'll cut out this, the pot pitcher, the 3 pots, this shutter. It'll cut out the flower, the greeneries, both of them, and the flowers. So versatile. And then it's got this piece to do like a shelf, which I thought was really cool. And then it's got these little tiny brackets so that when you do the shutters, you have the hardware to make it look real, which I think is really cool. All right, so I needed a card and I was looking at this set and I thought, I wonder if this long piece could turn into a brick wall. And I found that I really liked the way it looked. So I know this seems kind of strange, but I'm going to use soft suede for my wall. And this is more straight on one side than the other. And I found that I liked the straight side on the top. So I'm going to start at the bottom and try to get pretty close to the bottom. And what's really, oh, I just messed that up. All right, let's start again. Okay, so I'm going to go halfway here so that I can get a good pattern going. And what's nice is because these are polymer, you can see through to where you're lining it up. Okay, like that. Now I'm going to come back and I want my row to start just at a different spot, so it's very random. Okay, and I love how they designed this stamp. So it's got the shadowed images. And here, if I go over the edge a little bit, it gives it like it's just a little bit darker in that area. Like a brick wall would look with a little bit of a shadow. So I think they designed this stamp so well. I just think this looks so cool. I was using it at school today and was doing pretty well. And then I got my paper turned and the kids distracted me. And I had to quit because my wall was not very straight. Fortunately, I came back to it a little bit later and was able to start lining them up again. So I decided for this piece of paper, it looks good to have 6 rows. And I found that I just wanted to keep varying my lines because you don't want it lined up straight at all. So going across like this. Of course, you could do this with red brick. You could do it with like a gray wall. So many different options. Now you'll notice here that I didn't quite get it to where I want it, but you can come back and it just kind of covers it up really well. seems like it's very, very forgiving. I found that I could kind of mess with it if I messed up, just like I messed up there. All right, so there's my brick wall. Isn't that cool? I just love how they designed it, that it's got the white in it. It just looks like an old wall to me. Like you're looking at something that was built many years ago that is aged and weathered. And I just love that look. All right, so I wanted to add the picture because I just think it looks really cool. And I'm going to use, oh, good grief. I'm using smoky slate. So it'll be a gray pot. And because it's polymer, I can see, so I make sure it lands on top of the wall here. And then I'm going to use terracotta tile to do my 3 flower pots. And I'm going to start with the tiny one on the side. And I want to come in a little bit because I'm going to add flowers and I want to have room for the flowers there. All right. Sorry if my head gets in the way here. There's the big pot and then there's a medium one. And I think this ink works so well with these. All right, so there's my 3 pots. So I played with the flowers a little bit and I'll show you how those work. So I'm going to grab a piece of scratch paper here. You know, I've always wondered, is it scrap paper or scratch paper? Tell me what you think. What do you call it, scratch or scrap? I debate every time I write up instructions trying to decide what the best choice is. Anybody know? Let me know what you think. All right, so there are 2 different greeneries. This one to me is more like a fern, like that, and it leaves holes for the flowers. And then the other one is a little more, oh, I don't know, closed together, maybe. I'm not really sure what the word would be. But see how different it is? It seems more like a flower arrangement where this has the ferns and the pieces spread out more. Okay, so now we're going to add our flowers. I'll leave that open because I want to show you something else. So I'm going to make this one with yellow. I'm using crushed curry. And what I like is you can, again, see through here and match up, hopefully, my flowers. It's kind of hard to do this and not get in the camera's way. And I got a little high there, but you can see how that works. And if you don't have a video camera over your head, it is a little easier to line it up. All right, and then the other one I'm going to do, I know you're so surprised, it's in purple. All right, so nobody's telling me what you think. Oh yeah, we are. Hey Chris, hi. She calls it scrap, Julie calls it scrap. All right, scrap paper it is. All right, so we're gonna line this up. There, oh, see, now that one worked just perfect. Okay, so now here you can do your flowers, and that one's bugging me. We got to try that one again because I don't want you to think that it doesn't line up. All right, let's try again. So we'll line it up here on my scrap paper, and that's getting a little crowded. Let's grab another one. So there's my flowers like that, and my yellow. Ah, perfect. Much, much better that time. So there you go. You can see how well those line up in there. And like I said, there's dies to cut it out. So I was looking at it, it's like, okay, well, that's really cool. But so often a plant is just green leaves. So I decided I need to make green leaves. So what I did was I went back to the one that looked like a fern. And I inked up the wrong one. All right, so the one that's a fern. So I'm going to ink it like that. And then I want to cover up these bald spots, okay? So I'm just going to twist it a little bit. Come back, ink it again. Stamp. got a little close here. And look at that. Now you have ferns. So I like it because you can add the flowers or you can do the ferns. Okay, so either one. And then this one to me looks more like an arranged vase of flowers, which I thought was really cool too. So I went ahead and had some cut out. Now, when you do the ferns, you are going to have to fussy cut that because the dies aren't going to match up because you twisted and turned it, okay? But then see how nicely it cuts out, and I did not trim these. So you can see that it cuts them out really, really nicely. So let's go back here now. This stamp set is in the new January to June catalog. And I keep telling myself, okay, I've got enough out of that catalog to last me through next June. I need to quit buying. And then I see something else I really like. Or somebody talks about something and I'm like, oh, maybe I have to get that. All right, so there's my fern. And I really don't like this space here. So I'm going to cut that off. And that's what's nice. You get it kind of like a grouping of green, and then you can add to it however you want. So there's ferns for that one. And then over here, I'm going to do some of the purple flowers. And what I started doing was cutting it in half, kind of like I did the fern. So cut it up through here. And again, you can cut them out with the die and then just go through the middle. I should have done that, but you guys know how the die cutting machine works. So I'll just fussy cut real quick. The stamp set I'm going to show you next week with the card that's just a little more difficult to make is the donkey set. And it's just so cute. I'm going to tie some balloons to his tail. And I hope I can get all the technical part of it figured out before too long. I worked on it a little bit this weekend, and then we started in-person school this week. So at Vassar Linwood, we have about 700 kids. So I've had to fill in several different classrooms and situations. So haven't gotten to get back to my little bit more challenging card. So hopefully I'll get it figured out for next week. All right, so you can see I trimmed that down, and I may want to trim that off. We'll see. Now for some height and variance, I am going to, hang on, I moved my picture here. I'm just going to glue these two directly onto the cardstock. And I'm using Very Vanilla. By the way, our new basic white is in the warehouse now. So if you're running low on your white cardstock, white envelopes, the note cards, you can get those now. All right. And I'm going to put that over the top, and I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals. All right. So we'll put this over the top there. Doesn't that look cool? Now, the one thing I just realized that I should have done before was my greeting. And I love that, wishing our paths cross a little more often. So I'm going to add that up at the top. And I think I'll do it with a terracotta tile. Should have done that before I bumped up my flowers with the dimensionals. But let's see if I can get it on here. There we go. I like how crisp and clean the words are in this set. And I'll probably jinx myself here, but I've been so impressed. They've all stamped really, really nicely. All right, so I also cut out, let's see if I can find it, another one of these so that it was in the kind of orange terracotta tile. working on some other projects. So I cut out a whole bunch of flowers. Let's see if I can find one that's not. There we go. Well, they're all in the Whisper White instead of the. Well, we'll stamp one real quick. I wanted to do the kind of fern looking one and use some different flowers. So I'll grab my chamois. I don't know what we ever did without the chamois, how we stamped quickly and kept everything clean without our chamois. I love my chamois. All right, here's my flowers. There we go. So green again with the ferns. And doing almost like kind of a terracotta tile is a lot like Calypso coral as well. Well, I just had them in my hand. There we go. All right. So what I would do, and I'm not going to make you watch me cut this out, but this one here, I will cut out and put over the top here. Do it real quick so you can kind of see. Thinking maybe I want to do an interactive card again. Since last time I messed up and didn't see what you guys were telling me. It'd be kind of fun to maybe try and do it right this time. All right, so after we get done, I'll finish cutting it out. But just so you can see, I'm going to put it over the top of the picture so that the picture is working like a vase. So it'll be like that. And then I'm going to tie a small bow with our twine, or I guess it's linen thread. It's called linen thread now. Cannot believe how nice it was today. Kent and I went to the grocery store after he got off work, and we went in shirt sleeves. And I looked at him and said, I cannot believe we're going in shirt sleeves in January. So like that. And we'll just flip over to this one here. So you can see here I did the terracotta tile and then the yellow. And on this one, I chose to just do 2 ferns. So I'll bring that up close so you can see that. So I hope you like the look of this wall and you want to give it a try. I just think it is so fun. But I also want to show you a couple other cards that I've made with this set already. One of them I designed one, stamped it, and as soon as I was done went, oh, I need to try this and add a window, but I haven't had time to do it yet. So it's this one. So I took the same stamp that I just used and I turned it into a table and then put the picture and the flowers there. But I was thinking if I scoot it over, it might be cool to put that window in the back there. So I'll have to give that a try. Then I did this one, which it has in the stamp set, grabbing it here, these bricks, 2, 3, 4, there's 6 of them, and you can randomly stamp them to make a wall. And then I used the other shutters in the window like that. And then this one here, these are the shutters that are cut out and embossed with the wood grain when you run it through the die cutting machine, your window, and then I stamp my picture back there. It's got the shelf and the little black hardware pieces. And then I just stamped a few of the bricks to give it that look of a wall. So those are the cards I've made with this set so far. And I just love it. So celebrations going on. If you're going to place an order and you're not spending $150, if you'd use my host code, I'd sure appreciate it. If you're spending $150, don't use my host code because you will get Stampin' rewards. So you'll get free money. If you were to spend $150, which is enough for Stampin' Rewards money. You would also get either a level 2 celebration and 1 level 1 or 3 level 1s. So this is an awesome time to build up your supplies, your card stock, any of those things that you need. Now's the time to get them. Julie, thank you. I'm glad you like my card. Like I said, I just really like this set. Right now, it's probably my favorite out of the catalog. Can't think of anything else I was going to tell you tonight. Thank you for stopping by. And it means a lot that you guys log on and don't make me talk to myself here when I do this. Next week, I'm going to have a fun movement card for you. So make sure you join me at 7 next week. And hey, have a great Tuesday evening and get outside tomorrow. I think here it's supposed to be in the 50s before it gets cold again. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Tuesday.